un estudio from the world. Pure nigga on the microphone. Forever and ever. Y vamos por el volumen 12, family. Representando la calle every day. Nigga. Respect from the world. No. Original. Wanna ganja smokers in a Babylon. Ganja from the soakers. Give me telephone. Wanna ganja smokers out of Babylon. I'm a respect from the studio of Keon. Hey, Rastafari, nigga. Hey, pa' mirarme de ese modo no hace falta que me mire. Pa' decir solo mentiras, mejor será que me olvide. De calles ya asimile, que como tú ya vi miles. Que te quise demasiado pa' que vengas y vaciles. Échate pa' un lado, que miro desenfocado. Que de tanta tontería uno se queda tontado. Demasiado castigado por haberme comportado como un hombre de verdad y no como un desgraciado. Sueño con verte de nuevo, aunque luego tu juego destruya mi alma. Solo digo, ribi ribi dam dam, después de que el fuego consuma mi calma. ¿Qué más me da ganar? ¿Qué más me da perder? Si por ti di toda mi vida y parte de mi ser. Sueño con despertar y así podré entender que todo sale mal si no lo piensas bien. Really on the music Babylon. Hey, you the studio forever never. Respect on the music on the earth, nigga. Hey, wanna ganja smokers in a Babylon. Give me to your soakers. Give me telephone. Wanna ganja smokers on a Babylon. Respect. This is the music, huh? Can't wait to sit you on the microphone forever. Rap it from the music. Wanna ganja smokers in a Babylon. Give me to the soakers. Give me telephone. Wanna ganja smokers in a Babylon. Wanna ganja soakers. A studio of Keon. Yeah. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your eye. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your eye. Siempre representando el mismo sonido, el del corazón. Que un estudio, la música del puto alma, nigga. Yeah, man. Bomba, claro.
Protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law. Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material and use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Shut up. Really fireborn day. Rala bombo crap from Kione studio and pure nigga seco. Rala bone them. To fireborn them. Physical and rock to fireborn them. Smoke and them to fireborn them. Real music rala. Alright them. Dejen de ignorar todo lo que está pasando. Ven que la verdad aún la siguen esperando. Saben que el ladrón se camufla gobernando. Prefiero ser humilde a tener que estar robando. De la mentira se quiere la ignorancia. Con la ignorancia pierdes toda opinión. Sin opinión respaldas la arrogancia. Con la arrogancia cierras conversación. Perdí la fe cuando vi la juventud esnifándose el jornal de sus padres en el club. Pero encontré en el reg una virtud. Llegando a mi lugar, what you gonna do? Smoke in the air, fire burn them, smoke in the air. Sensimila, smoke in the air. Wanna ganja smoke if you nigga president. Smoke in the air, sensimila, smoke in the air. Wanna ganja if you nigga referendum. Calawaya city president. Really fire burn them, alright. Los que siempre están aquí son la solución para ser feliz. Sueño con un mundo sin fin. Ocultan la verdad que recita el arlequín. Y por los que siempre están aquí son la solución para ser feliz. Sueño con un mundo sin fin. Ocultan la verdad que recita el arlequín. Distingue bien quién es quién. Ven, toma asiento, friend, en el jardín del Edén, donde la música destruye lo que creen. Tanta falsedad modifica lo que ven. Por los que siempre están aquí son la solución para ser feliz. Sueño con un mundo sin fin. Ocultan la verdad que recita el arlequín. Physical and right to fire burn them. Real ganja pure nigga same as too. Really music motherfucker.
Damn, that didn't come out right. I gotta update that. I like the way it looks, but needs to be updated. Saludos, buenas tardes a todos. Oh, damn, it's looking super blurry, bro. Even I look blurry. Maybe that's better. Who knows? This camera stuff, I suck at it. All right, man. Hopefully that's better, fam. So who's here? It's been a while, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for my late arrival and your understanding of it. All will be revealed. Hit the like, dedo. Adjust notifications to ALL to get notified on channel. The more likes, the more chances our gente will likely see video on their recommended feed. Vaqueros, maíz, what is that other one? Tamales and tacos. This stuff is tight, dude. Pedro, shalom, the real people of the book, bro. Man, that's fat. I like that. Hold on a second. Here it goes. Here it goes. ¡Viva México, cabrones! That includes everybody. That includes everybody. That includes everybody in this continent. I don't think that it's just Mexico and shit. Hey, Rick. Yeah, I checked out the website. I don't know which one you talk about though. Check out this website. There's no link. Presente, man. Always, bro. That's good. Juan Moa. Damn. Everybody left. Whew. Okay. All right. Well, then that is what it is, man. Never mind the pictures, by the way. I just do things, change them up a little bit. We got a pretty good session going on today, family. Some very interesting things have been occurring lately. Very interesting things. So, let's see what we got. It's only 2 people. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's begin. I got something to show you. Now, which one do I do first? Actually, let me do this first because I was contemplating about it. And give me a second. I think it's this one. That's not it. Which one's the one I wanted to show? Oh, that's right. We have Wobboism, all kinds of isms were constantly trying to remind us, like, or suggest things. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I get videos, and I appreciate you brothers sharing them with me. Don't get me wrong. And I'm thankful, and I see them, and sometimes I get bothered by them. You want to know something, family? Now, I don't push for the fall. Let's see what's up. Stop it to like, catch the rest. Yeah, that's good, bro. Don't trip. I don't fall for the trap, and you know what I'm talking about, okay? We're gonna show some things here. And when I first started noticing certain things I ran, man. I ran right away. Okay. And a lot of you guys, well, not you guys here in particular, but a lot of people question why I did what I did. Still blurry. I don't know why it does that. Guess I'm supposed to get closer, man. What the hell? So the scriptures are very clear. Very clear. And for some, I guess it's extremely confusing. So let me start off with this at least, maybe. Since we're gonna talk Bible today. And for you guys that can't see, I improvised. It's a very interesting chapter, by the way, Zechariah 11. Very interesting. Very heavy. Now, the name of the class is called Sow Yourselves in Righteousness, or sow yourselves to righteousness, reap in mercy. Let me see this. This is a thumbnail. I'm gonna take my time on this class. You wanna know why? Because it's been a while since I've been on this, and I was asked to approach this in a very positive, structured manner. So we see a tree here. Okay. We see a tree. Let's look at this tree. Now, I've done several classes regarding the meaning of trees, or the parables of trees, or just the concept of how the Bible looks at men as trees. So today, we're looking at trees. And by the way, this whole month coming up, I'm going to be talking about trees, because apparently everybody seems to ignore the first chapter of the book. Let me see. Where are you at? Pedro, are you still there? If you are, man, shalom. The first chapter of the book of the people of the real book. You see, Christianity and BHIism, and especially now we can say that. We can honestly say now BHIism. And I'm going to show you why. Okay? I'm going to show you why this is I'm not sure what the hell. Seems like people just decided to ignore it. So, we're going to talk about trees today. The most obvious one, obviously. Now, again, follow and walk with me, please. You know how I go, fam. I got a lot of notes today. And hopefully we can stick around and do a good, solid class today. Because we're going to tackle this damn Christmas crap. We're going to tackle it. And we're going to thoroughly investigate. Because, listen, family, in case you guys don't know, you are in a society that is obligating you to do what they do. Tell me it's not true. You are supposed to have the days off on the holidays that they're given to you. You have to. Let's say you work for the government. It happens. So don't try to tell me that it's not true. Now, let's begin. Genesis 3:3 says, "But of the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch of it, lest ye die." Now, Christianity will then say, "Oh, it's an apple." BHI will talk about other things, not too far off. But today, we're just going to look at the concept of the tree. We're gonna hear trees today. We're gonna be talking about trees today. You know what I'm saying? And what'd you say, bro? Adam. Oh, hey, what's up, bro? Shalom, Brandon. Good to have you. Shalom, brother. I'm listening, but I'll praise to the most. Hey, I'll glory to him, bro. Hopefully, man, this class really resonates with my family here. When I see my family, y'all know what I'm talking about. The people of the book, of this great, beautiful book, that it doesn't take an eloquent mind to understand, but it takes an eloquent ear to hear. Okay? It doesn't take an eloquent mind to understand, but it takes an eloquent ear. So he who has one, let him hear. Okay? It says, "But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, ye shall not eat of it." You shall not eat of it. You shall not eat of it. You shall not eat of it. You realize what it just said? You shall not eat of it. No. I'm thinking of something right now, family, because it just came to me. I think. Because I was reading it yesterday. I forgot about it, but it just came to my mind. It says here, but here, let me save it. Interesting thought. I have no idea where it's leading me to right now, but interesting thought. Give me a second. All right, we're going to talk about kings later. All right. So it says, "But of the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden, God had said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch of it, lest ye die." Now, you got to remember, and now don't go too far into this, fam. Let's keep it simple and very stupid. In case you guys don't know, that means keep it simple. Simple, simple, simple. The Most High loves simplicity. So now, if y'all can remember, or if you guys don't believe, you know what? curious about the scripture. Hold on a second, family. It's in my mind right now. Oh man, all praise to the most. Oh man, this is crazy. This family, this. See what I'm saying? This is the Most High's work, bro. I'm not saying. Oh, the thought came to my mind. I wasn't even thinking of. I saw it yesterday, but it came today. So I want y'all to remember this because this class is gonna correlate to this here. Oh man, this is beautiful, man. Oh wow, this is making me happy right now. You guys don't know how happy it just made me feel right now. Oh wow. Oh man, this is great. Oh wow, thank you, thank you. This is man, family. I think this is gonna be a pretty decent show, like Chicloso likes to call it. Let me go back because it's a good point, but it's at the end. It's a beautiful thing. Anyways, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God had said, "Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die." So we're gonna go through a couple of things here. We're gonna break this down a little bit, and then we're gonna break this down a little bit, and then we're gonna break this down a little bit, not too much, because we're gonna continue in the class. However, I want you to understand what this means here. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God said, "Ye shall not eat of it." Now, so let's stay in the midst of the garden, in the tree, the midst of the garden, the midst of the garden, the trees. Give you this one right here. Where you at? Where you at, brother? Where you at, brother? My bad, fam. I think it's a Mark, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on a second. I think it's this one. Forgive me, family. I took a lot of notes today. Mark 8. Yep. Let's go. So we're gonna touch on, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God said, "Ye shall not eat." So now let's go to Mark 8. Show you something. Mark 8:22. And he cometh to Bathsheba, Beth Saida, and they bring a blind man onto him to besought him to touch him. And he took the blind man by the hand, and led him out of the town. And when he spit in his eyes, okay, and put his hands upon him, he asked him what he saw, what he saw aught. And he, the blind man, looked up and said, "I see men as trees walking." So here the Meshiach spits, puts stuff in his face, in his eyes. I'm sorry. The first glimpse that he gets is like a very blurry vision, for example. Like, let's say when you guys yawn, you get, teary eyes, whatever. You try to wipe those things off. It doesn't just go away the first time. You got to wipe them off, right? But the first times are blurry. So when he sees this, he sees men as trees walking. It's like, what? After that, he put his hands again upon his eyes, like, what? Made him look up, and he was restored and saw every man clearly. So initially, like on a spiritual level, he saw men as trees. So now, okay, let's go back a little bit. Genesis 3:3. So if men are seen as trees, Genesis 3:3 must tell us something. But of the fruit of the tree, which tree? You mean an individual? If we're all trees, who is this tree? And it says of his tree, but remember, don't forget them. When you're a tree, like the picture, because we're going to break this down. You see, a tree isn't just like, for example, a wrench is one tool. A tire is one round piece of rubber. A bolt is just like a bolt and a nut. They're individual pieces. A tree is not just an individual. A tree is a branches and leaves, and shit, man. Look, excuse my language. Look at it. So now this tree, as you know, if you understand scripture, also is a provider of things, whether good or bad, if you really think about it. Because it says that the tree, which is by the waters, the rivers, will be fruitful. And that tree would give shade to the animals that would want to live within the tree. For example, like your family. If you're a great leader, a great father, a man with wisdom, people will want to be under you. So we see here, in the sense, but of the tree, but of the fruit of the tree. Now let's begin here. But of the fruit. But of the fruit. Now we know if we go into further, chapters in the any chapter, we talk about fruits. So now we're seeing trees, fruits, actions of what? Actions of what, fam? Think about it. Let's go back now. Go back and forth. Matthew 7. Okay. It says 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Now, I'm going to be mindful, y'all. That's why it's good to study consistently, so then you don't get misled. Because nobody knows the intentions of the person that's showing you the scriptures. Like, for example, you don't know my intentions. You don't know me. I'm just a voice over the phone. I mean, I'm just a voice here. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know me. It says, ye shall know them by their fruits. That's how you understand who they are. Now, in Genesis 3:3, it says fruits, the tree. Don't eat the fruits of that tree. So it says, ye shall know them by their fruits. Oh, shoot. So a tree has many fruits, right? Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs or thistles? Now, I don't want to lose you, but let's continue. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. Now keep in mind that a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not good fruit is hewed down and cast into the fire. But my point is this: a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Why did people miss this? Genesis 33, but of the fruit, oh shoot, meaning the understanding, the things that he brings, or her, so-called religion, so-called philosophy, theology, esoteric concepts. You can create your future. You can manifest your destiny. A thought becomes the thing. As above, so below. Prosperity, Christianity. But of the fruit of the tree, meaning somebody. Because no matter who you are, family. I mean, I'm sorry. No matter what the reality, the assumptions of whatever we live in or whatever theory y'all might have in the head, we are in a world of a spiritual spirit and flesh. I'll give you an example. You guys never thought of this, but maybe you do. Scriptures talk about it all day. Hopefully, we touch on it today. Matter of fact, we are. So I won't even touch it now. But I'll give you a hint. It has to do with three things. And there's one thing that if you don't govern, you'll lose all the time. But of the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden, so now we're talking about, I see men as trees walking. I see trees that are good trees that give good fruit, and trees that are giving bad fruit. And it also says that those trees, they'll never be good if they're bad initially, or they'll never be bad if they're good initially. So God says, stay away from that tree. It says, ye shall not eat of it. Remember the scripture that says, I took the scrolls and I ate it, and memory strengthened and wisdom grew? The concept here, that's what it means. Meaning, like the old saying, chew on this. You know what I'm saying? Here, let me give you something to chew on. Like, think of this. Meditate upon it. You shall not eat of it. Meditate. Discern. Study. Absorb. Live. Neither shall ye touch it. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Lest ye die. Now, here is an example of what it means to die. I'll give you an example of what it means to die. What is an example of what it means to die? Where's this? I want to give you guys a simple milk. Oh, here goes. I think it's Proverbs. Let me see if I can remember. Okay. Let me see if I can remember. It's this. That's maybe not this one. Well, let's see if this leads me to it. Okay. Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproof of the instructions are the way of life. Now, life, the opposite of life is death, right? Genesis 3:3 says, lest ye shall die. The commandments are light. The commandments are life. Correct? Let me see if I can remember. I cannot remember. It's in Proverbs. I know that. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Maybe I should change that one back to what it was. Because I don't have to see it so big on this side. Because I'm not reading it. Here it goes. Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead, right? So when you look back at Genesis 3:3, but of the fruit of the tree, meaning whatever that person or that philosophy or that teaching brings, or teacher or prophet, which is in the midst of the garden around us, God had said, ye shall not eat of it. Don't meditate, don't preach, don't teach, don't learn, stay away from it. Neither shall ye touch it, meaning don't put your actual hand to the plow on it, lest ye die. And it says here, very simple. Very simple. It says that those that are in the congregation of the dead, Proverbs 21:16, the man that wandereth. So as you can tell, didn't the Messiah, didn't the Most High tell her, don't wander? Like, hey, you see those trees around there? Stay away from that one. Isn't this wandering? Oh, let me go wander. Let me check out your tree. Let's just put, for lack of understanding here. I'm a little kid. Hey, Peter, come back over here. Don't wander over there, and don't wander yonder. I don't care. Let me see how far I can go. Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding, meaning discipline, I just told you what to do, shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So, if you guys can keep this in mind, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. When you talk about a tree, and we're told from the beginning, stay away from the trees. Stay away from certain trees. Not every tree, but this particular one. What are the things that have been changing? For example, let's start with this tree here. Because, listen, in case you guys don't know, Christmas, everything about Christmas is every day. In case you don't know, every year y'all prep for you guys that are celebrating Christmas. Every year you worship that tree every freaking year, and all year throughout the year you prep to worship that tree. Oh yeah, yes you do. And this particular tree has also changed times on us. In case you guys don't know, because they say that they celebrate Christmas because supposedly the Messiah died December 25th. Daniel 28:25 says, and through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Now, through his policy, one of them is Christmas, December 24th, is a holiday. By law, you're supposed to be giving it off. By law, we're supposed to take it off, have it off. Just like in Maccabees. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Daniel 7:25. Watch this. It's a little bit more intriguing here. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, which is the holidays. Now, why am I talking about changing times and laws? And they shall be given unto the hands until the time and the times and dividing of time. That's pretty deep. But here, and think to change times. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. Now, we know now, because of Christmas, supposedly, it's the end of the year. but the first month of December is. I'm sorry, the month of December is the first month of winter. In case you guys don't know. Oh, we're gonna look into some deep things. See what you guys are doing when you celebrate Christmas. You're actually going through a whole cycle of a celebration. It's not just in December. You're doing it all year. You're doing it all year, not just December. Check this out. Another thing is taking away these particular laws that they said. Laws are done away with, right? Don't worry about it. Laws are done away with, but you can celebrate Christmas. Leviticus 23:32 says clearly, says this. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. And ye shall afflict your souls, meaning don't go and whip yourselves, in the 9th day of the month at evening. From evening to evening, ye shall celebrate your Sabbath. So here we see that the day is based off evening to evening, because you can go to Genesis 1:14, and it clearly says that. Genesis 1:14, and God said, let there be light in the firmaments of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, and the greater light ruled the day, and the lesser night ruled the night. He made the stars also. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmaments of heaven to give them light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and divided the light and for darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. The evening and the morning were the fourth day. So the day starts in the evening, clearly. But that's not what we see here. You see here, the day starts in when? 12 o'clock midnight. So the day starts for us here at 12 o'clock midnight. Christmas is December. New Year's is the first month of winter. Something's not right, is it? Why are we doing things off? I don't understand. Why would we change times? I mean, don't you guys care about the scriptures? Does it not matter to you guys now? You see, because remember, every tree brings forth good fruit. We've been dealing with Christianity for a long time, family. For a long time. For a long time. And I don't think there's really been much goodness out of it. And just being real, they didn't give us no understanding. They never provided answers that were thorough. I mean, nobody really changed. All we saw was just people that were corrupt as hell taking advantage of everybody else. That's all we saw. Now, remember, family, that every tree has a branch, right? But every tree also has a root. So, kind of like that esoteric concept, as above, so below, is very true in the demon world. You see, in the demon world, this is who they truly are, but they'll only show you this here. They dress it up real nicely, make you deck it with silver and gold in a sense, but in reality, they're wicked as hell. The same thing goes for you BHIs. You see, because we're starting to see things coming about, and I'm telling you right now, this is actually much better than to hear all these other damn wobbles or everybody else hating on our people. Because I've told y'all, man, I told you guys, eventually the wicked heathen falls. The only unfortunate part is that we got some people there that maybe are gente, but you know what? Are they? Check this out, fam. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. And I thought I saw everything, man. Check this out. You tell me. Please like, subscribe and share and comment on this, please, because like the brother said, the algorithm picks up on those things. I'm not knowing about that. But our brothers and sisters need to hear this, especially you that are still one leg in and one leg out with 12 tribes. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact that if you're a 12 tribe chart believer, you're one leg in and one leg out. I know that for a fact. For a fact. I know it for a fact because, well, and if not, then hey, you are with Canaan, just like Cody Mail said for y'all. Check this out. This is interesting. Testing, okay. All right, it was kind of messing with both. Thank you, sir, for telling me. You're not gonna believe this, family. Well, I guess you can. You see, I've said it. Jeremias, buenos dias, Jeremias. You're gonna actually love this, bro. Because when they listen, every good fruit or every tree brings forth good fruit. Eventually, those trees will bring forth their fruit, and you will see them by their works. Okay? So check this out. You see, as we're growing with serious, deep understanding, we're seeing a weird avenue now. Hey, almost next thing you know, hey, God loves everybody. Believe it. Check this out.
Shalom, Israel. First, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Meshiacha Yahushai. All praises due. Peace and salutations to the royal house of David. This is what it's all about. I know some of y'all out there are cooking and eating, and we're doing the same thing over here. If you have any reservations, I just want you to know that it is okay. All right. Scripture says in Romans chapter 14 that some men esteem one day above the next, and some men esteem one day all alike. We choose with a conscious choice to make this Yahushua day, and we do this in remembrance, all right, of our son and brother who died for Israel to reunite the northern and southern kingdom. And this is the symbol, all right, that we hold dear and will always hold dear throughout all eternity. All right. So anybody saying that we're worshiping Thanksgiving or we're uplifting the murder of Native Americans, that's a damn lie. We're not upholding any of that. We're changing the meaning of this day because we are beginning now to destroy the idols out of the land. We have no respect or no love for any fucking Thanksgiving. This is Yahushua Day. And every day that we celebrate, we're going to do this in remembrance of him. All right. So we might as well show you the spread. All right. And if y'all like, you can send me what y'all cooking. But we're going to show y'all what we getting ready to eat on. All right.
All right, family. So first and foremost, they're celebrating Thanksgiving. Okay. Does anybody know a scripture where it says that we're supposed to mimic the ways of the heathens? Anybody? I mean, I see some that says, learn not the way of the heathen. Envy not the oppressor.
I hear that. You know what I'm saying? I hear that, but man. Let's check this out, fam. Sirach 19:1 says, a laboring man that is given to drunkenness or drunkenness shall not be rich. And he that contemneth small things shall fall little by little. See, that's always arguing with people, right? I'm bringing you to the point. Men and women will make men of understanding to fall, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent. Moth and worms shall have him to heritage, and a bold man shall be taken away. He that is hasted to give credit is light-minded. Let me say that again. He that is hasty to give credit is light-minded. And he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul. Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned, but he that resisteth pleasure crowneth his life. But you see right here, he that is hasty to give credit is light-minded. Why? Because these guys still think that the 12-tribe chart is still legit. And obviously, Judas. That's right. Oh my God, this is crazy. Let's go. Watch this now. It's going to get better. Oh, they're not done. Oh, no, contraire, mon frère. I mean, we already see a lot of stuff missing, and whatever. But now it's going to get even more interesting. Because my understanding is these people are supposed to keep the laws of the Most High, right? Anybody, are you guys listening? Are you guys like paying attention? Like anybody? Can somebody at least kind of agree or disagree? Are they supposed to? If they believe they're the people of the book, shouldn't they be keeping the laws of God? Like the dietary law, obviously the most important one, which apparently you prefer not to. You want to mimic these other holidays. When the Most High clearly said there's one important one. If you get that one right, man, I may just get this one right. Exodus 20:8. Remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. You need to focus on that. But you said, nah, we're gonna take over this holiday. So every Thanksgiving, you're going to celebrate it like every Yahweh giving? Are you going to call it Yahweh Shai Barakatah giving? Yeah, is that what it's called? Yahweh Shai Day? Oh, shoot. I was just joking. But listen, Pedro, bro, that's not even it. You see? Fine. Do you want to take over the holiday? Fine. Maybe I'll let you slip. But then you see what they're serving. And then you got interested.
Shalom. What we got here? We got some roast. What is that?
That's turkey.
Twinkie. All right, that's the turkey. All right. All right. We got yellow corn with bacon. We got yellow corn with bacon. We got yellow corn with bacon.
Now I'm like, wait, hold on a second. I'm like, wait, hold on. Did he say bacon? I think he said bacon. I was like, no way, he didn't say bacon, bro. There's no way he said bacon. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. But I'm like, okay, fine. He said bacon because there is such a thing as called turkey bacon. Because I've had hot dogs with turkey bacon. But so let's find out first of all. Leviticus 11:7 says, and the swine. Oh, by the way, this is clean and unclean animals. Things we can and still can't eat. Things we can eat and still can't eat. That has not changed, family. At all. Boom! There you go, baby. It's because ham can't let go of that ham. Hold on a second, dude. Hold on a second. Yo, that's actually a good point right there. It says here, it's because ham can't let go of ham. They don't have our wonderful diet. Even though everyone has internet now, they will never take up August. No, of course not. But you know what? It's in the spirit. Remember, keep in mind, family, that we're talking about trees. We're talking about trees. That every crooked tree will never go straight. So no matter what they do, no matter how they dress up the tree, it's still based off the root. So it says here, the swine, though he divided the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, meaning he doesn't regurgitate his food and chew it. And David doesn't have like double stomach like the cows do. He is unclean to you. Now, in case y'all don't know, and I did a class on this, okay? This guy raised a pig of pigs for a whole year. Gave him good food. Gave him good food. Like, gave him good food. You know, perfect diet, all kinds of stuff. Fruits and everything, okay? Then he does a test at the end of the year. And he gives these animals, these pigs, they're eating good food, right? And he throws like a carcass of a fish and a carcass of some meat. Ooh. He's like, ugh, it stinks. As soon as they went to it, they devoured it. They forgot about all the good food. They never went back to that food again. It's like dogs. Dogs, when you feed them like human food and they like it, it's hard for them to go back to their food. You have to actually train them to go back to their food, meaning you got to serve their food in their bowl, and they'll go like 2-3 days without eating. That's what happens, to force them to go back to their food. So here we see that the swine, though he divided the hoof and be unclean, uncloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh ye shall not eat. Of their flesh ye shall not eat. Their carcasses shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. Carcasses meaning dead, dirty, right? They're unclean to you. So what is this? What is this?
Corn with bacon. We got yellow corn with bacon, pepper bacon at that, and black pepper. All right. We got fried cabbage. We got dirty rice, and over there we got cornbread dressing. Coming on around. What's this right here?
That is the pork roast.
This is cut up pork roast.
That's the beef roast.
This is cut up pork roast.
That's the beef roast.
This is cut up pork roast.
That's the beef roast.
Cut up beef roast. Cut up beef roast.
I just lost the
And this is my world famous. Look at that ham right there. Y'all see that? Y'all see that there? Do y'all see that there? All right. That's that ham. That ham was marinated in Coca-Cola for about 2 straight days.
Okay, I'm out.
Got my own private glaze on there. All right. And the mac and cheese. You wait, will that deepen up? The mac and cheese. My voice don't go no deeper. All right. We got that good mac and cheese going. So we are now going to, what else? You got something else?
Some gravy. What I have to make.
Well, what is it without gravy? Look at that there. Huh? Y'all see how brown that is? Now, we know you want to. Go ahead and show them.
Shalom, everybody.
Shalom,
Peace
Mr.
and
Chef.
blessings to the family.
Peace and blessings. All praises.
Oh, you want a fruit pie?
Carrot cake, yeah. And a little Mike's hard lemonade to wash it down. How about that?
A fruit pie.
Carrot cake, yeah. And a little Mike's hard lemonade to wash it down. How about that? How about that? And what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You just got to touch something, huh?
Forget about the thing.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Nadab, come on over here. Salat. Not the dab. No. I want you to come. That just. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Nadab, come on over here.
Yo, yeah, you trying to mess with me, huh? It's okay. I got you, sucker. Got you, sucker. Anyhow, check this out, family. Look, you see, it's all also yes, man. So no, here apparently nobody's questioning this shit. Check this out.
Nadab, come on over here.
He says, Madab, come on over here, right?
Salat. Not the dab. No.
So the guy walks back, and he's like, no. I mean, come here, but just like, you're not name that. Like, it just, the total control of this grown-ass man. Watch this.
No, I want you to come. That just ain't your name no more. Yeah. Now, Nadab, this is what you got to drink with 2 hands, monkey style. See there? Yeah, he's gonna guard this all night. See, you know, see that? That's what's called Yahweh Shai Sangria. All right. So, yes, sir. That's about it for today. These are all of the everybody who came out to celebrate with us today. All right, Shalom. All praises, all praises, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All praises. Let's have.
How do you really feel? Yeah, this is crazy, bro. Yo, they should invite vocab over. I mean, at this point, their laws are done away with. That's pretty much what's going on here. And then Jesus sent the unclean spirit to their herds of pigs. Make me. That's a good one, bro. Hey, that's some deep stuff right there, bro. That's deep stuff right there. Are these spirits back in certain pigs? But check this. I mean, if you think about it, Yahweh Shai Sangria, what the? Oh my God, bro. You know what? That's right. Holy Mother. Wow. I don't know why I still say Holy Mother of Jesus, man. My bad, Father, if I still say that. I don't mean it. It's just some of that stupid Christian shit that stuck to me. But if you really think about it, family, I mean, no, all jokes set aside, where are we going with this? Where are we at now? You see, family, that's why I kept saying, tell me your name, demon. Tell me your damn name. Tell me your name. Because as one goes, the other does. As one falls, so do the rest. That's the beauty about knowing who you are according to the Bible, fam. These suckers can't take that away from you. When you stand strong in the Lord, in the Most High, in the Creator, and you plant your foot down, ain't nothing going against you. I've been proven day in and day out, that these people have been lying to y'all. Every single since this channel basically got started. So now it's time for you guys to start really seeing who you are. Now, again, the point is trees. So, for you that don't understand what this whole walk means, I want you to now comprehend we haven't lost the thought of trees. So, you who is of a good tree, of a good root, meaning of our forefathers, the original, right, will never sway. Especially in these times, fam, to go that far back, then something must be, something's going on. We're seeing it in its own. So check this out. You see, when you are not of the root, no one can show you how to replant. Remember, we have to dig the mind. That's where the answers are. In the spirit and the mind. That's how we battle the flesh. Do you understand what I'm saying? That was the hint. You see, we deal with the flesh. We also deal with the spirit. And the one thing that connects us between those two is the mind. So if you cannot govern your spirit or control your mind, I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. If you cannot control your mind or understand your thoughts, you will or know thyself, you will never govern your spirit. And you will always be subject to sin, which is subject to the flesh. So now, remember, I see men as trees. Remember that? Don't forget. So we are now in that reborn process again. Resetting, reassessing, reconciliation, rehab, in a sense. Rehabbing a property, so to speak, right? We are building ourselves back into the tabernacle of the Most High. Now, how do you build a property? Well, you need trees. And what do you do with those trees? You cut them and you make, those freaking posts, man, 4x4s, and you start building. Build a building with wood. So I don't want to go too crazy. So let's begin. Leviticus 19:23 says, and when ye shall come into the land, ye shall have planted all manner of trees for food. Huh. So now, remember, there's a thing called micro and macro economics. Microeconomics is like, the in between detail, like locally. Macro is like on a higher scale. It's like micro is local, like your city. Macro is like the whole country. So in this case, these trees, imagine them as parts of you. I don't want to lose you. Just stay with me, okay? Then ye shall count the fruit thereof as uncircumcised. However, you as a tree, or you, when you go into this land and planting trees, those trees are going to give you fruit. But those trees that are giving you fruit, that fruit will be uncircumcised for 3 years. 3 years will be uncircumcised, okay? So that means that you have to go into this land, you have to plant these trees, and then the first 3 years, the fruit of these trees, the food, is not for you to eat. 3 years ye shall be 3 years shall it be uncircumcised unto you. You shall not, it shall not be eaten of. So it's unclean. So now let's go back. If you're a tree and you are this, you will come into this land. Let's say, for example, your mind. You're renewing your mind, right? So now you're a tree, you're renewing your mind. So now if you're breaking the fallow ground, your dry brain, you got to dig into that dirt. And it takes time to plant new trees or good trees or good thoughts or the laws. You know what I'm saying? The laws of the Most High, starting to plant these things. Now, the first 3 years, this is not good because you're getting rid of a lot of crap. The same concept with the tree. You see, I'm going back and forth because you got to see it like that. These trees that you're planting in this land, it's the same concept in your mind. When you come into this understanding, it's going to take 3 years for you to even like really see fruitfulness, because everything's going to taste like shit. You're going to find out things about you. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that. I'm telling you, family, it's like that. Then it says, but in the 4th year, so we see progression now. You see, the first 3 years, it's not going to be good. But in the 4th year, we see progression. In the 4th year, we see progression. So then when you think about, you come into this land, you're renewing your mind, you're having good, like your thought process is changing. You're paying attention to your thought pattern. Like, for example, when James talks about that, you see, this is renewing the mind right here because you're starting to get to know you. That's why it says in 2 Corinthians, examine yourselves if you're in the faith. So it says, James 1:14, but every man is tempted. You see, every man is tempted. So you're going to experience temptation when he is drawn away of his own lust. Now, hold on a second. Don't skip this. But every man is tempted, comma. No, hold on. Let's go up a little bit. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. Now, here's why he says that. But every man is tempted. Remember, this is dealing with the flesh. When he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. But here we see also a pattern. So now we see a thought pattern with the flesh. So the flesh is somehow dealing with this thought process, right? So, but it says every man is tempted, meaning, like, for example, some of you that lust, you're tempted. You see the chick. Damn, she's hot. When he is drawn away of his own lust, meaning your own lust, not someone else's, some things you deal with, right? And enticed. So now you think, man, she looks good. That's a nice booty. And she happens to ask you a question for God knows why. And now you're enticed. You're like, holy schmoly. Then when lust has conceived, now there is another thought pattern here. Wait a minute, hold on. Now you start brainstorming. You know, my wife would never know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Why not? Then when lust has conceived, it bringeth forth sin. Meaning, for example, I don't know, you got nothing to do. And if you're game, like if you're that type, because I used to be back in the day when way before when I was young, man. Way before, not anymore. I don't got game like that. I jump on it right away. And I know some people that they're quick like that. And they bring it forth sin, meaning, hey, you ain't got nothing to do? Want to hang out? Sure. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Holy moly, guacamole, we see it again. Why is it that we keep seeing Genesis 3:3 again? Lest ye die. Talks about watch for that tree. Watch for that tree. Watch for that tree. It constantly is telling us to watch for that tree. And here we see, once again, James 1:14. This is the actual understanding of the renewing. So when you start going into this land of yours, renewing your mind, understanding who you are, you're going to get to know a lot of crap about you. And you're going to hate it. And that's why it says it's unclean to you, because you're not going to know how to use it. It's no good for you. You won't take advantage of it. Why? Because you didn't know yourself. And the only way you know yourself is through these scriptures. It helps you. So it says, but in the 4th year, all the fruit thereof shall be holy to praise to the Lord withal. So, for example, some of y'all that are maybe are getting it 4th, 5th year into this understanding, if you're really serious, you start seeing some kind of goodness out of this. Like, you know what? I want to help some brothers. Like, sincere. Not because you're angry or you're mad. I want to get down to me. No, that's not the way it works. If you really mean it. So in the 4th year, the Most High uses you to bring forth good fruit. 4th, 5th, for example. It says, but remember, this is the new land that we're in. So we're talking about trees still giving you fruit. But now remember, in the 4th or 5th year, that fruit that you're supposed to eat, you're not even ready for eat. You can't even eat it yet. Remember, the first 2 years is unclean. Then the 4th year, it is to the Most High. So let's say, the tokens. He gives you a token, you bring it back, you give it to him, he creates tokens, you know what I'm saying? You bring forth good fruit, right? Now, verse 25, and in the 5th year, ye shall eat of the fruit thereof, that it may yield unto you the increase thereof. I am the Lord your God. So now we see that in the 5th year, as trees, we're now enjoying the benefits, not just for the other people that we're helping, brothers or sisters, but we're also seeing them in our own home, our fruit. Our children are believing. Our children are keeping the commandments. Our children are actually respecting you as a father, as a mother. They're actually trying to do good. And your wife actually is admiring you, not like, oh, I'm scared of him. I'm putting up with him because he wants me to do the laws. No, like she actually wants to do them. And now she admires you. Hey, what was that, bro? Hey, what's up? Shalom, Renee. Good to have you here, bro. That's what they told George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree. Hey, man, that's fire, bro. That's fire right there. Watch out for that tree. And see, once again, we as trees have to build ourselves up again. And if you're a tree and you're rooted incorrectly, let's say your roots are not this deep, bro, that's why we talk about the seed. You guys don't even know about the seed? Remember the seed? I'll say it like this. Look, check it out. I'll say it like this, bro. I'll say it like this. And I believe it's in Mark, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mark talks about this. And it's talking, he even goes over the parables of the seed. So I'll just touch it real quick. Very easy to understand. It's not difficult. Where is it at? Is it Mark 4? There it goes. No, that's not it. Where's it at? Come on, bro. I haven't touched it in a while. I mean, this particular chapter here, I think it's Mark 13. Is it? Hold on a second. The parable of the sower explained. So, I mean, this is actually a good chapter here. The parable of the sower. Here it goes right here. So Mark 13:3, it says, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much to eat. They had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell on good ground. Others fell on good ground and brought forth fruit. And some 100-fold, and some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. He that hath an ear, let him hear Well, we heard it in Leviticus 19:23. What happens? It takes time. So in this process of years, you have to determine what seed you fall into. Now, if you want to understand what these parables actually mean, just go up a little bit. It says here, the parable, verse 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in their hearts, meaning their minds. This is he which receiveth the seed by the wayside. So, for example, when you tell your mom or your dad, "Hey, mom, I found this out," or your brother, sister, whatever, and like, "Oh, da 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 da," and they're like, "I want to go back to the white Jesus. I don't want to keep the laws. I'm good. I want to eat pork, man. I love it." I mean, for God's sakes, we got BHIs now. They're eating pork now. So we see something's changing, right? Let's continue. But he that receiveth the seed on stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy and receive it. See, you got some that are literally like, "Oh, yeah, man, I'm good. I'm all about it." Yet he had not root in himself. How deep is your root? How deep is your root? And what's your foundation? If you don't have a foundation, how do you know when you're going off? You see, every time I'm going off, fam, I go back to my milk every single time. So I know what my foundation is, and I'm trying to get my roots rooted like way down here. Because again, what moves? We see it daily, especially now with these hurricanes and everything. Winds, gushing winds, destroy trees, man. Wickedness will rip you right out of your root, bro, if you don't understand. If you don't guard your mind, because that's where the actual fight is. He that had not root in himself, meaning no understanding of himself, meaning who you are, where you come from, what the Most High is asking about you, what are your requirements, what is the whole conclusion of the matter, right? Ecclesiastes 12:13 or 13:12. But endureth for a while, when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. So then you got those that fall and easily just fall off. He also that receiveth seed among the thorn is he that heareth the word. Now remember, the thorn has to do with flowers, roses, right? Something beautiful. But it's like you're almost there, bro. And the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. But he that receiveth the seed on the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it. See right here? Which also beareth fruit. So again, we keep seeing trees, fruits, understanding. Why do you think he talked to people in parables, fam? What do you think? It's purposeful. You think it's going to be any other reason? We're back at it again. I got this to show you real quick. Watch this. Because today we're going to touch on this damn holiday here.
In the system.
We're going to break this down every 2 minutes. I think I did this video once. I'm sure I did like 2 years ago. Yeah, something like that. 2 years ago, something like that. Also, Kim, Egypt, Jacob. Oh, hey, Yehudi. You know what? You just look real stupid. Because the other day I said, I think here, if you're a guy, because you don't want to admit that you're a girl. So I said, I think you have the hots for me. So if you're a guy and you're still here, then you're fucking gay. And if you come back and you answer, then you're a girl. So then either way, you're gonna look stupid if you type again, Yehudi. Because if you're a girl, then what are you doing here? Dealing with men. Go take care of your man. Go raise some children. But if you're a guy and you're here and if you answer to what I said, then you are totally gay. And the scriptures are not for you, Yehudi. So again, please make your move. Are you a guy or a girl? So family, We just got the answer. Yehudi is gay. And this person thinks they're the people of the Bible. No different than the Hamites who were eating ham. Oh, yeah, I don't get it. You're too easy, Yehudi. Too easy. Anyways, let's continue, family. It's kind of not the topic right now. We're tackling. You were tackling your daddy. 'Cause I know a lot of you are mixed with him, so I guess that's why you're mad, huh? You must be celebrating Christmas. That's what you're pissed off about. I don't understand that. That's funny. Let's begin.
In the winter season, around December 25th, the people celebrated the winter solstice. And so the winter solstice would come about somewhere from December 21st, and it goes all the way to around January 6th or so. And so the people of the North would celebrate different holidays, have different occasions based upon the winter solstice. I went to Norway and spent some time with the Muslims in Oslo. In the wintertime, there is a period where there is no light. You are literally in darkness 24 hours of the day. And this stretches for a period of time. Now, could you imagine if you're living in Alaska or living in Canada or living in Norway and you don't have central heating and the cold is outside? It's darkness around you. People are dying from disease. It's a terrible time, and every family would probably lose somebody, or they would know of somebody dying from the cold and disease during that season. And so when the sun starts to come out, the people now are looking at the sun as a life-giving force. And so during that time, a number of ceremonies were held in northern countries. In the far north was the Feast of the 12 Nights, which stretched from December 25th to January 6th. Also in ancient Greece, there was the Bacchanalia, which was held for their god Bacchus, the god of wine and sport and play.
We see this here, a celebration, and I know that Raza, you guys know exactly what's it, which stretches from December 25th to January 6th. Now, this here is the day where they say that well, if you guys understand the nativity, the morning at 12 o'clock they put the baby Jesus, right? The little baby Jesus. And now in DF or in some parts of Mexico, they celebrate this day here, January 6th, as another additional celebration. Now, if you guys remember, let's kind of analyze this real quick. I'm gonna show you guys something. Since we're on the subject here, give me a second here. Let me go to. I'll use this one. Blue letter. Don't listen to this broad, bro. She's a chick, dude. Leave her alone. She's stupid. Get your EBT. Ask for reparations. I don't know why you're here. It's funny. The same people that say we're obsessed with them are the same people that are here. Wasn't she the same chick that was going over there to Yakusha's channel to go bug him? Never admitted that she's a girl. You're stupid. You're a dumb chick, dude. You probably got like 4 babies, huh? From 3 different daddies. You're in the wrong channel. Go learn from your masters, dude. I don't know what the hell. Or are they not interesting anymore? Or I get maybe because the same thing they say the same thing over and over again. Is that what it is? Is that why you're here? Because they don't teach you nothing new. Tired of hearing the same old shit. I mean, that could happen. Just don't understand. Why are you here? You're a girl, and if you're a guy, you're even worse. Wow, it's just pathetic. You don't got no job. You don't care about your kids. You're eating pork. You're celebrating Christmas. So let's begin again. It says the visit to Jerusalem, right? The visit Jerusalem, it says. If you're Israel, you should be mixed with Hamites. Dumb. Oh, so now you're admitting you're a Hamite? So you're admitting you're a Hamite. That's why you look black? Yehudi just admitted that she looks black because she's a Hamite. Good. Just enjoy that one. It says here, Luke 2:41 says, now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the customs of the feast. Now, when is Passover? It is not in December. It's not in December. So again, we go back into Daniel's, Daniel talked about they will change laws and times. They even through their policy, they will be crafty enough to change the ways, right? Religion. So here we see this. Now, you guys don't understand this. In case you guys don't know, this is a concordance book. But you that can read, I would say, please read. So Yehudi's still mad because she's a Hamite. Yeah. You still can't explain why Abraham came out of the Ur of the Chaldees. You're going to say black people came out of the Ur of the Chaldees? You're saying black people spoke Chaldean? Answer that one. How come Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob didn't marry any Africans? You keep saying Hamites, like because one or two people mix with a Hamite chick. If my son, unfortunately, mixes with a Hamite like you, and if he does that, at least it should be good looking, and then she ends up having kids with another child of mine, then all of that Hamitic shit like flushes away down the toilet. I don't understand your point. Now, we do know that a lot of black people mix with a lot of white people. A lot of you guys are a mixture of white and black. So stop it. Yehudi, get a job. I mean, stop asking for reparations and go get yourself a job. So you see, family, here we see now a strong testimony of people. So now these Canaanites are now admitting that they're Hamitic, that they have a Hamitic trait in them. And that's why they look the way they look. You're basically admitting that, Yehudi. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you and white people have been mixing together for a long time. And you're probably not even full African. More likely, your daddy's white. And see, that's it's not unfortunate, but the Mamzers are really you guys. Let's get into class again. So now, it says here, remember the point, okay? When he went to Jerusalem, the custom of the feast, it says when he was 12. So now this thing about when he was 12, why is that there? Why is this significant? Now, as you guys know, the Messiah never had a birthday. There's never one time where he celebrated his birthday. Prove me wrong. Now, but it says, but when he was 12 years old, so they made an emphasis around the fact that he was 12. Around this time, so it says, around this time when he was 12. So what do you mean? When he was 12? When he turned 12? What do you mean? So let's look at the word was. He was. G1097. That's what it means. It wasn't being.
Strong's G 1096. Genomai.
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 Genomai. All right, so now Genomai says this. Check this out. Genomai says this. It says, to become. To come into existence. To begin. Begin to be. Deceive, being to become, to come to pass, to arise, to appear, to become. So, if we understand and read thoroughly, unlike people like Yehudi who can barely understand Ebonics. Hey, Yehudi, you want to know something? I know that your mom and your dad or your mom talk to you like this, Yehudi, but that doesn't work here. I'm not sure, like, hey, you stink. You didn't brush your teeth today. You're stupid. You're dumb. I don't know how you think that's going to insult anybody. You can't be this stupid. Like, you know what's really stupid? That you're here. So what's more stupid? If I'm stupid, you're here listening to a stupid ass. So what's more stupid? The stupid or the stupid that listens to the stupid? Talk about being stupid. Fuck, man. You stupid, Yehudi. If I'm stupid, then you're freaking duper stupid. then you're super duper stupid because you're here wasting time with a stupid ass like me. Oh, Yehudi, you stupid. I mean, damn, I thought I was stupid, but damn, you really beat me to that one. He was here, G1096, right? So G1096 says this to become. So if you read this thoroughly, or at least in its context, it says, and when he became 12, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. See that? When he became 12. When he became 12. When he became 12. Now, let me show you something else. So if he became 12 in Passover, what are we doing celebrating Christmas, December 25th?
Also in ancient Greece, there was the Bacchanalia, which was held for their god Bacchus, the god of wine and sport and play. The Romans had the Saturnalia for their god Saturn. And so you find during these times that the people held ceremonies in the north. They would burn bonfires. The light was important, the fire, because the fire represents the light, the life-giving force for those who worship nature. Also,
Show you something real quick, family. Got these Canaanites over here with their stupid mouths. Okay, this is Egyptians here, Yehudi. Since you're saying Egyptians look like you're dumb, dark ass, black ass, whatever the hell you are. So are you saying that these are Egyptians? Or which ones are Egyptians here? I mean, and yeah, even the churches of Asia. Hey, Pedro, the churches of Asia. The Ur of the Chaldees, their ancestors. You can't even explain that. Who's your Yehudi? Are you saying your ancestors used to worship other gods in the Ur of the Chaldees? Is that what you're saying, Yehudi? That you are from the Ur of the Chaldees? But yet, this is what you look like. So who are these people? And last time I checked, the Egyptians, they did a very nice number on y'all. Yeah, I'll show you. They did it to us too. But you see, the Most High don't give a shit about y'all. So I don't care. Let me show you this real quick. Where's the sandal, man? I used to have a sandal. Like there was like a sandal. I don't know if you guys know about that sandal. What the Egyptians actually built for the pharaohs, for their leaders. Oh, hey, by the way. Hey, look, family. I didn't even think about this. Like, let me show you this real quick. So you're saying that you guys ruled Europe pushing Christianity? This is Black Madonna with Jesus. Are you saying that you guys, if you guys ruled Europe and you're just saying these are all black people, what the hell are you guys doing with the cross? Where are your fringes, Zach? Anyways, it's pointless. Let me show you this real quick, just to kind of show you something real quick. Real quick, family, give me a second. I want to show you this quick. Mexicans or Spaniards face facts Europe. So now I'm a European. Even though my father literally looks like that. That's funny. Yehudi. What are we gonna do with you, Yehudi? Here, Yehudi, this is what you guys are, right here. See that? That's you, Yehudi. That guy, his dad is white. So based on your standards, because you want it to be everybody African and woolly. So Bob Marley, W.D. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Etta James. I guess, according to you, they're your people. What's up with all these crosses? I mean, I don't understand. You say, Deuteronomy 28 says that you guys would be enslaved by people from other religions. I don't see y'all not knowing Christianity. You guys are very well versed in Christianity, right there. Look at that, bam. You can't get no more Christian than that shit. Deuteronomy 28, which you guys always jump to and run to, so eloquent. Oh, look how white people did this. Okay, well, I see a bunch of Negroes with a bunch of crosses. So if you say, "Oh, yeah, I'm a Euro," and you know what's so funny, family? She says Spaniards face the fact are Euros, but yet a lot of African people that came to this country are of Europe. And in case you don't know this is how dumb you are. That the people that first came were swati as hell. So you're saying I'm your people? Are you saying that moi, ruled Europe with you? Is that what you're saying? You see how confusing you are? Yeah, I think who she is, she's probably one of the leaders' wives and shit. One of the many wives they have. Let's continue.
In the north, they recognized that there was one tree that despite the cold would still remain alive. The evergreen tree, the fir tree. And so in some cases they would take this fir tree, believing that there was powers of life within the tree, and they would put it in their homes, set it there and put a light on the top of it, or burn them in the front, or they would make mistletoes and put them over their doorways, a type of what we would call ta'wiz or tamima. It is an amulet, hoping that this fir tree, that this so-called life-giving force would protect them from the danger of the winter. And so their ceremonies developed around this. And this went on for hundreds of years. One of the interesting individuals is Mithra, or Mithras. This is a very mysterious character. And when you look at history, you find that this individual was supposed to be the sun god himself, and they had a special sacrament made up of bread and wine. And they would make this drink during this time, and supposedly he died for the sins of the people. Sounds familiar? They would make this drink during this time, and supposedly he died for the sins of the people. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? But when you try to find Mithra or Mithras in the encyclopedias, they, through state intervention, erased the name. Why is this? That is because after the time of Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, when the message began to spread, and they went north, and you'll see within historical writings that Barnabas.
We saw an example of particular trees, the fir tree, right? Check this out. That's why it's good to not just read particular verses that are regurgitating and everybody else knows them. Got to read up and down a little bit more further. Let's read this. It says here, Jeremiah 10:2. Thus say the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of the heathen. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Now watch this. For the custom of the people are vain. Las costumbres de la gente están llenas de vanidad. Right? For the customs of the people, the culture of the people, is vain. Are vain. Meaning what? They're full of vanity. How do they go about this? One example is they cutteth a tree out of the forest. The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. So that's how they cut these trees. With the axe, right? Back in the day, not anymore now. They use machinery. However, one thing they still do is they deck it with silver and with gold. They still do it. We just saw an example of videos showing silver and gold, like the song, silver and gold, right? They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it moved not. Now, we know back in the day, you guys know this, they don't have them anymore, but they used to give us sticks to nail them on the feet of the actual trees. Now they got fasteners, holders. They are upright as palm trees. Remember, he was talking about the whole concept of trees. And see, here you guys are, every year, in case you don't know this, you prep for Christmas. My bonus is coming. Oh, in Christmas. Vacation, Christmas. Man, I can't wait to get time off. We're going to visit family, Christmas. Winter's coming. Oh, the music. All I want for Christmas. The whole concept. You guys prep for Christmas every single year. You prep for this tree, which bears what type of fruit? They are upright as palm trees, but speak not. They must needs be born because they cannot go. But be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither is it also in them to do good. So if they're not good or evil, why do it in the first place? Why? Because, again, it's pointless. Because the customs of the people are vain. It's vain. It leads you to nothing other than vanity. Who has the biggest house? Who has the bigger gifts? What did you get your wife this year? What does she want next year? Oh, next year, I want a bigger diamond. Next year, I want a better car. I want a nicer shoes. Kids are going to want PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 15s now. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails. This custom is all full of vanity. What else do they do? Verse 6, for as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. Great in might. Who would not fear thee, O kings of nations? For to thee doth it appertain. Watch this, okay? For as much as among all the wise men of the nations and in all their kingdoms, there is none like unto thee. Watch this, family. Pay attention to this. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. What else do they do? What else do they do? We read, learn not the way of the heathen, right? Learn not the way of the heathen. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Does it say also? They cut the tree out of the forest. They deck it with silver and gold, right? This is a custom that they do because it's full of vanity, right? What else do they do here? Verse 8, but they're altogether brutish and foolish. Why? Brutos y estúpidos, right? Brutish and foolish. Here's why. The stock is a doctrine of vanity. The stock. What is one thing that we run into all the time? Stockings for Christmas. Stockings for Christmas. They're brutish. They're foolish. Their stock is a doctrine of vanity. Why? A doctrine of vanity. Because it's a custom. It's not of the Most High. It is very clear, family, that this chapter right here is telling you, don't do what they're doing right now. Hey, look, as a matter of fact, I don't doubt it, bro. I don't doubt it. That's where it's going. That's where it's going. They're bugged out, bro. They're bugged out, just like this one over here. Just like this roach right here. Number one roach. And you know why? You know why you're a roach? Because roaches they just bug, man. Y'all just bug. Show up. There he goes again. Stab on it. Shit, got away. Maybe next time I'll show up again. You're gonna show up again. Step on it. Just gonna call you Yehudi the Roach. That's what you are. It's like, it's funny because we're actually showing our people, don't do the things that, evil stuff, right? And here you're getting mad because we're trying to not do evil shit. You're funny, dude. But I'll tell you who you are. It says here, silver spreads and plates is brought from Tarshish. Whoa, silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish. And gold from Euphaz. Tarshish is in Spain, right? Silver and gold. Where did they bring Christmas from? Remember the whole story about the Swati Pete, right? How that black helper is the one that is actually taking natives back to Spain? Yeah, that's what it's about. It's not about, there you got a black servant. No, that damn servant was kidnapping children. That's the real story. The work of the workman and of the hands of the founder. It says here, blue and purple are their clothing. What? Blue and purple are their clothing. They are all work of cunning men. These blue and purple, these big chais right here, you always wear blue and you love purple. Christianity no different. Now you so-called cunning men are saying it's okay to celebrate Thanksgiving and eat pork. Crazy. But again, we're in those times, fam. Let's continue.
One of his disciples met a man named Saul, who later called himself Paul. Paul said he saw Jesus on the Damascus road. And he went to the disciples, but the disciples turned against Paul. Only Barnabas stayed with him. But when Paul and Barnabas went into Greece, Barnabas left him. Now, what is the reason why they all left him? Many people say, well, they left him because he was Saul before and he used to torture the early followers of Isa alayhi salam. But also you can see, and if you look at present day Christianity, that most of the concepts of the Trinity, of the blood sacrifice, the original sin, and most of the concepts which relate to more than one God are coming through Paul. The preachers are quoting Paul sometimes more than Jesus during their sermons.
This is where he's incorrect. So let me clear this up real quick. Okay. Now, in case you guys don't know, it would never have happened in winter. That's for sure. Okay. Here's why. It would have never happened in winter. Clearly, the scriptures say, bro, you better pray it don't happen in winter because it's hella cold. Where I live, it gets hella cold. And we're not even in winter just yet. We're barely getting into the first month of winter. Mark 13:18 says this very clearly. It says, I pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. For in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation which God created unto this time, neither shall it be. So it's just a prophecy. But here it's saying, man, I pray that it doesn't happen in the winter because it gets hella cold up there on those times, right? And it says here, verse 17, woe to them that are with child and to them that give suck in those days. So if it says in the winter, it's because it's hella cold. So how in the world could the Messiah be born in December, the first month of winter, where everything dies? Matthew 24 says the same thing. It says here, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath. Oh, now it's giving you the importance of it. Why? Because it's hella cold and because technically on the Sabbath, you have to honor the Most High. But it says in the winter again. So why would the Messiah be born in the winter? Now, some people like to say that this book here is the reason why America is Babylon, but it's not true. It's a combination of books. Fam. So for you that are not readers, shut your asses up. If you're not readers, don't assume shit. Just shut your mouths. You don't know everything. Leave for others that actually do read, man. It's like the idiot that shows up here every now and then. It's like, bro, shut your mouth. You don't even read. So here's one book, Mystery Babylon Religion, right? This was written in a little bit later, 1966, okay? Now, this one was written in, I'll show you, in 1903. However, like I said, it's a combination of books. It's always a combination of books. It's not just one particular, material. So, The Perils of the Republic by Percy Magan was written in, let me see, 1899. Okay, before the two Babylons. And in this book, it actually talks about that America is the fourth kingdom. So, in case you guys want to, don't assume stuff unless you know. Don't like it. It wasn't Hislop. It was a combination of books. Here's another example in a combination of books. This is from a disputation. It's a very old book, written in 1840 something, I believe. I'm just trying to prove something here because I'm going to show you something before I move on. This was written in 1853. So that's 18000 1859, I believe. Okay. Or 79. Is that 50 at 79? Let's see. Let's look it up. Just so you guys can see. What is it? MDCCC XLIX? MDCCC XLIX? Is it MDCC XL? MDCC? MD? It goes right there. MDCCC. So 1800 XLIX. XLIS. XL. Yeah. So somewhere around here. Anyways, it's older. But that's not my point. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to touch on this real quick. Let's look at page 106. This is interesting here. Page 106. Where you at, bro? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, son. Back. All right, here we go. We're going to get an idea here. And also, let me show you something too. So here's the disconnection here, family. A lot of times we misunderstand that, Paul's teachings were not off. So this is from a book called The Life and Times of Constantine the Great. DJ Carl Solis, okay? In page 152, this is stated, okay? Read the bottom part. The results of Paul's teachings. It is not what happened to Paul personally that is important, but rather what happened to Paul's teachings. Even while he lived, ample evidence proves that the people to whom he preached had misunderstood him. Huh, really? He had spoken in terms of high and noble idealisms, of charity, of personal righteousness. Now pay attention. He urged men to believe in the Meshiach firmly and believing in him so perfect, an example of godly living. So that godly living means something, okay? Begin to lead a godly life themselves. Now, hold a thought in regards to believing in the Meshiach and then godly living. What does this godly living mean? He's going to show us. Such righteous people, Deuteronomy 6:25, Psalms 111, Psalms 119, 142. Such righteous people could have no different difficulty in meeting the awful day of God's judgment. Why? How? By living a godly life and believing in the Meshiach. They would surely survive it. And when they had the day of resurrection come, watch this. The people would surely be permitted to live again and forever. But most people who listen to Paul remember only the connection between believing in the Meshiach and meriting God's mercy and ultimate resurrection. Check this out. They skipped the middle step, which is what? The need to live godly lives. So the whole concept of God loves everyone, God loves the sinner, hates the sin, come as you are, that's a lie. And the whole concept of laws are done away with, that's a lie. How would you live a godly life? Thus, faith in the Messiah came to be the only and entire basis of the religion adopted by the pagan Christianity. Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of the stuff that you guys celebrate to this day. What Judeo-Christians who live in Palestine continue to observe the Jewish law. What? Exactly, my friends. So we're seeing here that somehow, some way, these people misunderstood Paul. I mean, how could they understand? How can they misunderstand Paul, right? Like, there's no way they can misunderstand Paul. Apparently they did. So again, sow yourselves in righteousness. How is that going to happen, fam? By not believing these things, by getting out of this concept here. So now, Now that we understand that they were misunderstanding Paul, what else are they going to misunderstand? Check this out. Let's show you something real quick. It says here, let's go to. I'll start here. Page 107. Such is the history of Easter. The popular observance that still attends to the period of this celebration imply confirm the testimony of history as it is to Babylonian character. The hot cross buns of Good Friday and the dyed egg of Pasch or Easter Sunday figured in Chaldean rites just as they do now. Now, the buns, known too by the identical name, were used in worship of the Queen of Heaven. Hold on a second. Who is the Queen of Heaven, family? La Virgen María, right? La Reina de los Cielos. That too is pagan. You want to know how I know it's pagan? And it's invented, created by the enemy? Because check this out. Make that make sense. Jacopone de Datodi before the Blessed Virgin after a woodcut 1490. Whoa, prior to them getting here. What the hell? Well, this guy wasn't born at that time. This guy was born in like 1200s, right? But check this out. Doesn't this seem weird? They're already doing this, right? Who is this guy? Look at that woolly hair. Look at that cross. You telling me Deuteronomy 28 makes sense? Get out of here with that. But that's not my point. We're going to go into that picture. I want to put these out to you so you can understand what I'm talking about. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Here it goes. So we know this. Juan Diego. Es que la Virgen María se me apareció en mi platito. Aquí en mi gabán. How ironic. That it looks just like that. She appears to him. And Jacopone Datodi, you're going to find out. Jacopone Datodi. Watch this. Look when he's born. He was born in 1230. If he was born in that time, what are we doing celebrating a picture that looks just like that? That doesn't make sense, does it? Didn't they say that she showed up here in Mexico? That's part of the Christian Compendium, family. Black Madonna and Baby, Tammuz, Nimrod. Maybe that's why the BHI is about. That's exactly what it's about, brother. That's exactly what it's about. Deep down inside, because look, bro. Deep down inside, they're the ones that brought that Black Madonna here. This is no white Madonna. It's a Black Madonna. This is a Negro right here. Right here. This is what they hide. This is what they don't want you to see. So Deuteronomy 28 obviously is not applicable to them because they're the ones teaching Christianity. How in the world are you teaching Christianity and you're saying you didn't know Christianity? You said the white man taught you Christianity, but here we don't see the white man teaching you shit. We see you pushing Christianity. Look, blackety black, all with the cross. Scriptures say no images, but yet you guys have images all over the place. Scriptures clearly say no images. See, it's funny, dark skin, but he has straight hair. Make it make sense. However, you're forgetting this. So who gave us this nonsense? Oh, that's right. In Spanish, muchos adoran lo que no saben. Y si se habla mal, está en interpretación que... Y si se habla mal, esta interpretación que hacen de ella, en el trasfondo están adorando a la Semiramis y el niño Tamuz, traídas de Babilonia. So they're doing it again by bringing us their black god once again. Once again. Now, in case you guys don't know this, okay? Let's continue here real quick. It says here, the Queen of Heaven. Now, you guys do know that she's in the Bible, right? And we're told not to worship the Queen of Heaven. Jeremiah 7:18, the children gather wood and fire, and fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes for the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Verse 18 says, in Spanish, I'll read it in Spanish. Los niños recogen la leña y los padres encienden el fuego. Las mujeres preparan la masa para hacer tortas a la reina del cielo. Who in the world is la reina del cielo? I'll show you. I'm not even. There it goes. Look. Boom. Look at that. La reina del cielo.
Are you?
Says not to do that. So, in case you guys don't know, too. Oh, I forgot to mention. Watch this. Coming up, December 12th. Eagle celebration. Day of the Virgin of Guadalupe, bro. For real.
Wait a minute.
For real. This day they go on their knees and they worship this Queen of Heaven. They do all kinds of stupid shit for this damn demon. Brought to you directly and imported by Edom and Canaan. It says, the Queen of Heaven, the goddess of Easter, as early as the days of Sepcropt, the founder of Athens, that is 1,500 years before the Christian era. Now, I want to show you this, family. Let me skip this here. The prophet Jeremiah takes notice of this kind of offering when he says, the children gather wood, the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven. Who's making cakes to the Queen of Heaven today? The ancient Druids bore an egg and sacred emblems of the orders. Now, the Druids were Canaanites, Phoenicians. Oh, I've done a class. You guys can look at it. My point, family, is that this is a historic tradition. So now think about this. Easter is like March and April, right? So let's say April is 1 month. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. December is the 9th month. So if an egg is conceived, it's born in 9 months. The cult meaning of this mystic egg of Asadot is of its aspect. See, every year when you go into Easter, you're basically celebrating the incest of the mom and the son, something to that effect. And then 9 months later, that kid is born. And the funny part is that he's born in December. And then it's December, January, February, March, 3 months. And then he dies 3 days. So he's conceived in Easter, born in December, dies 3 days, born again in Easter. Every single year, y'all celebrate this crap, man. Every year, you don't even know that your children are doing this. And then you wonder why a lot of you guys are getting sick. And then you wonder why a lot of you guys are stressing over Christmas and all of that stuff, man. It's not just the money, fam. It's a heavy spirit on you. This in Chaldee and Phoenician becomes Beth and Beatha. This book here is no joke. And it's not this book that created this thought. It's a combination of books. Dummy. But here we clearly see. Look, watch. I'll start here. Now, the Romish church adopted this mystic egg as Astarte and consecrated it as a symbol of Christ's resurrection. You see that? Oh, my dear Jesus. So he's born, dies, born again. Isn't that what they said? God became a sperm, impregnated Mary, became Jesus, then became God again. The form of prayer was even appointed to the use of connection with it. Pope Paul V, teaching the superstitious votaries, thus to pray at Easter. Besides the mystic eggs, there was another emblem of Easter, the goddess of queens of Babylon. That was a Riman, pomegranate, pomegranate, I guess, pomegranates, whatever. I can't. You know how they say it in Spanish. Granadas way. So we see a lot of similarities here. And these trees, this tree has gone real far. Watch this. When therefore the mother of the gods and the mother of knowledge was represented with the fruit of the pomegranate in her extended hand, inviting those who ascended the sacred mount to initiation of her mysteries. So every year, you guys offer gifts to this tree. You're inviting these things, initiation into these mysteries. Can there be a doubt what that fruit was intended to signify? Evidently, it must accord with her assumed character. It must be the fruit of the tree of knowledge, the fruit of death.
Gotcha, bitch.
You see what I'm saying, family? Tree whose mortal taste brought death into the world and all our woes. I don't know how much more deeper it gets into this, family, but you guys can pick these books up and you can read for yourselves. These are a little bit more newer, but it gets real deep into the whole papacy, the mystery religion, the celebrations that are still occurring, the similarities, like the fir trees, the mistletoes, like all of those things that you guys do. All I want for Christmas, the mother and child worship. That's what you're doing every single day of your lives, prepping for Christmas. Because you know damn well that throughout the beginning of the year, you're all getting ready for this. Your children are getting ready for it. Your wife is getting ready for it. Those diamonds, that vacation, that bonus, that tree, the music. You know y'all love it. Stop lying. Even now, when you guys don't believe, hey, it happens to me. I hear the songs. Like sometimes, like, damn, it sounds good. Yeah. Think about it. You that are guarded. So if you don't have a root, if your root is all about this, then you're gonna be destroyed. That's why where there's no hedge, watch this. I didn't read that one down. See, let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, that's why it's in Spanish, folio. Here it goes. Excuse me. Rock 30. Sorry. Come on, bro. Get to it. Oh, it's not in here. That's why. Watch what it says. Sirach 36:25. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. But the point here is if you're not protected, if you're not rooted, you're going to get spoiled. Because all we've ever done, all we've been ever taught was this, which is why I hope you understand now the whole class. Hosea 10, I'll go here. Hosea 10:13, because we've done this for too long. Ye have plowed wickedness every year. You plant the tree in January and you plant the seed in January and get ready for that tree in December. Ye have reaped iniquity, and all throughout this whole time, all you've been doing is sinning. Ye have eaten the fruit of lies, because we were told that it's just family. It's not bad. God was born in the Messiah was born in December 25th. It's no big deal. Because thou did trust in thy way. Well, and in the multitude of thy mighty men. This is the example they gave us, right? December. El día de los niños, el día del niño. So it says, verse 13, ye have plowed wickedness, meaning all we've done is planted bad shit in our head. Ye have reaped iniquity, and all we've gotten from this plowing and sowing is nothing good. Which is why in verse 10 it says, and Ephraim is a heifer that is taught. I'm sorry, let's go to verse 10. It is my desire that I should chastise them, and the people shall gather themselves against them when they shall bind themselves in their two furrows. Furrows is when you actually break ground and you create that nice little line because you're about to sow. You throw the seed. And Ephraim is a heifer that is taught, and loveth to tread out the corn, but I passed over her fair neck, and I will make Ephraim to ride. Judah shall break the actual ground first. Judah shall plow. But someone's going to pull. It's not just Judah. Someone's going to be pulling this plow. Now, this plow is breaking the ground, the dirt. Remember Leviticus 19:23? When you come into the land, you got to plant trees. But the first thing you do is you got to what? You got to plow the land. Plow that mind. Break up that mind. Break up all that bad shit that you've been implanted with. All that Christianity, all that BHI stuff, all that stupidity. And Jacob shall break its claws. Why? Because we've only planted hardness in our minds. And if our minds are not renewed again, our spirit will never be protected. I will make Ephraim to ride. Judah shall plow, breaking that dirt. And Jacob shall break his claws, meaning get rid of that gray matter. Religion, false doctrines, false beliefs, Christmas celebration, Thanksgiving. If you're the man of the house, you're the man of the house. Ain't no 50-50 on this. Obviously, you respect your wife. You see, when I say stuff like that, a lot of you guys may misunderstand, man, but maybe some of y'all won't. Because that's a great responsibility to be responsible for people. How can you all of a sudden have that kind of iron rod power and the hell with everything else? Nah, bro. Great leaders don't think that way. However, you got to break these clods. Sow yourselves in righteousness. Sow yourselves in righteousness. So after you break these clods, after you break this ground, once you make these furrows, now start planting good seed. Reap in mercy. Water this seed with the scriptures. Reap, meaning what? In time, when it's time to gather the fruits, reap in that opportunity. In this time that has been given to us to get it correct. Break up your fallow ground, meaning that dry head of yours. That dry spirit where you can't plant new things. That's why you cannot be an old bottle with new wine. You got to go through that process. Dipped in that oil, taken down and beaten up several months. That's how you actually reuse a leather bottle. Because once it casts, if you put new water or wine in there, it breaks. That's what he's talking about. So he's not like a new person. You never, like, you keep your ways, but you get rid of the bad shit. You keep the good stuff. You need those things. So sow yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground. Get rid of that mindset that you have. For it is time to seek the Lord. How do we find him? Examine yourselves if you're in the faith. With who? With the scriptures. Till he come and rain righteousness upon you. See? Remember the scripture that said, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. The other one that talks about the tree by the rivers. Great fruit. Again, we have plowed wickedness. Ye have reaped iniquity. This is all we've ever done, fam. This is all we ever knew. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Padre Nuestro que estás en el cielo, el credo, Ave Maria, that was it. Sunday Mass, maybe on Friday. And then back to the same old thing. For a long time, we used to think, is this what life is about? Just going to work, paying bills, and that's it? Because we work hard. It's not, fam. We plowed wickedness and we reaped in iniquity. And we ate the fruit of lies because we didn't trust in the way of the Most High. So that's why he says this: it is my desire that I should chastise them, and the people shall be gathered against them. So when we see these other nations attacking our gente, is when this change starts to occur. We'll actually see things like, holy man. Yeah. So again, remember the scripture that I remembered initially? Here's why. 1 Kings 9:1. And it came to pass when Solomon had finished building of had finished the building of the house of the Lord and the king's house, and all Solomon's desires which he was pleased to do, that the Lord appeared to Solomon the second time as he had appeared unto him in Gibeon. And the Lord said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and thy supplication that thou hast made before me. I had hallowed his house. I have hallowed, made him holy, which thou hast built. Put my name there forever, and mine eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually. Now, family, I'll give you an example. When he talks like this, I don't want you to forget, we are that house. We are building that through prayer and supplication, asking for forgiveness, not just for yourself, but for your family, for everyone, all our brothers and sisters that have done wrong and that have done you wrong. He's going to then hollow us as a house because it takes trees to build a home. It takes trees to build a home, fam. So remember, if you're not mindful of this, when he says, make sure you write my name on the inside the walls, right? Here's why. Matthew 12:43. Watch what it says. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest and findeth none. So this spirit left you. Then he said, I will return into my house. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. So when the unclean spirit leaves out of a man, he walketh through dry places. Remember that fallow ground, that dry brain? He walketh through dry places seeking rest and findeth none. Meaning he don't like them. He don't like their dry brains. Nah. Then he says, I will return to my house from when I came out. You see, family, brothers, you got a spirit in you that dwells in your flesh. That's why Paul talked the way he talked. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Watch what the spirit does. He returned to his house, but it was cleaned up, changed. Something wasn't the same. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other more wicked spirits than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be unto those wicked generations. So this spirit here came back to his house, brought 7 of his best friends and said, let's tear this shit up again. I want my home to look evil. So that's why, family, when he says, put my name into your building, put these scriptures in your mind. Because if all you have in your mind are scriptures, they can't see the evil shit that they write on your wall of your brain. Think about the inside of your brain tattooed with their wicked ways. When you see those evil movies, you just see like writings on their walls. The same thing in your mind. So get rid of those wicked ass tattoos inside your mind. That's why it's important to have the scriptures in your mind, because all these spirits are going to see is those scriptures tattooed inside your walls of your mind, man. I'm telling you, fam. You can't get around this. I'm going to show you this real quick, and I'm going to end it with this video. Because, again, a lot of times we think that, a lot of our people, we're not, you got your dumbass Yehudis and shit coming over here talking crap, right? They don't understand that it's you can say what you want. Go ahead. Enjoy your time. Talk all the crap you think you feel like righteous within you. And it's all good, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, some of us are wrong. One of us is wrong. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It ain't me. One of us is wrong, and it ain't me. And I stand firm on it. So I'm going to show you, fam, how we have the laws spiritually in us. This brother's going to talk of the holy people. And I'm going to show you real quick what he means, because we hear it in the Bible all the time. Okay. By the way, I'm just going to play it, pause, and let's go. And then we finish, and then have a good day. All right. Let's go.
Or the greatest enemy to the holy people are their own children. That is us. Offer up your gratitude and to be thankful for the protection and the guidance that you had throughout the year. And you pray that you can have that continued guidance and protection. The protection is not just the physical protection, it's the emotional protection, the mental protection, the spiritual protection.
You see, it's not just the emotional, it's a spiritual protection, fam. We have to govern our spirit to control our minds. If not, our flesh will take over. He's going to talk about it. Paul said the same thing. Paul said, I have this flesh in me that I can't seem to understand. I want to do good, but damn, it doesn't let me do good. It doesn't let me at all. It says here, for we know that the law is spiritual. I'm sorry, Romans 7:14. But I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that I do not. But what I hate, that I do. So what he's saying is, for that which I do, I allow not. Meaning the things that I catch myself doing, I don't intend to do them. For what I would, that I do not. So the things that I do want to do, like live a righteous life, I don't seem to tend to want to do that often. But what I hate, that I do. And I find myself doing the damn thing that I hate the most, sinning. If then I do that which I would not, I consent that I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. Oh, for I know that in me, watch this, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not, which is why we go back to James 1, talking about the pattern of sin. Now, what he's talking about here, that dwelleth no good, for to will is present, but the flesh is always fighting him, right? This is why Wisdom of Solomon says this right here. 9:14, for the thoughts of mortal man are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul. The flesh destroys the spirit. And the earthly tabernacle, meaning your mind, your brain, your thoughts, weigh down the mind that muse it upon many things. So we see now that the flesh and the soul's dealings have everything to do with where your mind is at. That's what it's telling you right then and there, fam. So if you cannot gather this, wrap your mind around this concept, then what is left to do, fam? Let's read it again. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weigh down the mind that muse it upon many things. So this flesh of ours, with this mind of ours, because it controls everything, right? It's too busy musing on many thoughts. And because it's so heavy on you, that the flesh will always overcome the spirit. Will always overcome the spirit. Which is why he goes back and we go here. It says, Romans 7:18, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me. But how to perform it, that which is good, I find not. Watch this. He's going to continue.
You're asking for the emotional protection, the mental protection, the spiritual protection. Those are the things that you're asking for. Nikita Nadi, dan ik het schoon, ja, dan ik het chee, dan ik massan, ja, dan ik het zaz, ja. Dan go ben aan het kind dat hollande, dat zonde bekellan dat ik het dan zet dat als je dat nat agit dat nat los dat dit ik kon je daar enigito, ga hit ego ja het inna, bij dat die net in dat nest gaan. Adon Hitty the Nenny, Lenigi, a corner and Tinigi, Doshi has your beget at the theatre. Though I have a jump sort of the Zunda, A Bahaten. So that all the gay got the end and I had it nigget sort of them at us the Adoti a hair hat Nenigi, a hair what the dog Niki, A she had the tongue of Bedal town, she had the hot the hickey tail. Deacon had a theme between had Nenigi Bacar Yilta. I could ever I had done again next heart a hada. In the traditional teachings of our Dana, there are so many things, and
They call this Danach or Tanakh. Interesting. Let's go.
that we can say in the language of our people that there are no translation that can be made accurately in the other languages that I know of. And even though the English is a very unique language, and there are many things that can be said, there are so much that the English language lacks in being able to convey certain thoughts and feelings and that can only be done in the language of our people. And so that is one of the important reasons why we need to recognize the preservation of the language of our Dana. And there are things that we are taught about the vegetation, about insects and birds and animals and that in the traditional teachings of our people. We have to recognize that we don't pray to those types of things that are in our environment, such as the plants and insects, birds and animals. We don't pray to them. We do use the animals and other things and that as symbols, like coyote.
Just like the 12 tribe charts, I mean, like the 12 tribes family. Every tribe have an emblem. No different. Okay, let's listen to this.
The abilities and that we recognize, and there are teachings associated with those things when we talk about traditional teachings, recognizing that the vegetation, insect, birds, and animals all have their individual ways of how they are grateful and thankful to the holy people. And so when we use them in any way, we don't just take, we address the vegetation, and we might express our gratitude for them being available for us to use as food or for medicine or whatever we're going to use it for. The same thing as recognizing the insects, all that they do, the birds and that, the animals in our environment. When we take and use them in any way, we are supposed to express gratitude in that they are available to us. And we don't waste any part of it. We use every part of the animal or the bird. And whatever we do in our life, we don't waste things. Because if you just throw it away and discard it, there is no gratitude. And the traditional teachings of our Dana, as I mentioned, the coyote being the symbol for the five-fingered being, and all the coyote stories, it's the coyote, trotting coyote, that's what we call it, that he is the very favorite child, the most favorite child of all of the different creations in the world, that the coyote is a symbol of the favorite child of the holy people, and that is the five-fingered being. All of the other things in the world are made and organized and given to the five-fingered being by the holy people. And all of these things are in our environment are grateful to the holy people. The one that is the least grateful in many cases is the five-fingered being, and that is us. We are the least grateful for all of the things that the holy people provide and give us daily. The air that we breathe, the water that we drink, and the food that we have. The holy people gives us all of that, and we are the least grateful. And the question about the greatest challenge to the holy people, or the greatest enemy, maybe, to the holy people, are their own children. That is us. As children of the holy people, we are their greatest enemy. We're the ones that don't obey what they have taught us or try to help us learn and made available for us. We are the ones that are the least grateful for the things that they provide for us. Being the children of the holy people, we respond to our human appetite. We want to satisfy ourselves, and we have all of these negative appetites that we indulge in. And the things that they tell us is that don't do this or don't do this, and this will do this to you, and it's not good for you. But yet we go ahead and we don't follow their instruction or their teaching or their counsel.
Blue nigga on a microphone, studio of Kion, gangsta song. My brother come over, it's a champion general flower. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Climb the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. My brother come over, it's a champion general flower. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Climb the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Escucha Dios, si aún estás por este mundo, voy a robar solo 3 segundos. Quiero mandarte un mensaje muy profundo y pedirte disculpas por si me confundo. Soy un humano más que vaga en estos páramos, que se pregunta qué pasa si nos amáramos. Pero la guerra nos separa, así que páranos y únenos de nuevo, por favor, como quisiéramos. Ve al humano maltratar a su mujer, divisa al pueblo roto por su falta de poder. Sigo viendo al niño muriendo sin comer y al rico atragantarse tan solo por placer. Quedamos pocos mensajeros del honor, fieles servidores del humano con valor, nobles narradores de palabra con amor. Solo faltas tú para guiar nuestro interior. Como va, it's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Claim the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. My brother, como va, it's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Claim the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Sé que no es fácil nadar en estas aguas, ni mantener el rumbo en este sin razón. Sé que me quemo si camino en la fragua. Este es mi deber cuando recibí mi don. Podría hablar sobre coches y dinero, pero no quiero, por eso soy la voz del guero. Prefiero mantener mi arte mensajero, luchar junto al humilde para destruir el clero. Unos tienen tanto y otros quieren tan poco. Esta melodía me está volviendo loco. Pido a Kion que limpie lo que toco. Él destruye el muro en el que normalmente choco. La tierra muere y morirá callada. Creaste un suelo de arena malgastada. Nos diste ciencia y eso no te avala. Ella da respuestas, tú no dices nada. Sé que mi fe no va mal, pero aquí debajo todo sigue igual. Luchamos por vivir algo que es normal. Por eso lo divino jamás será mortal. Oh, my nigga, feel the rasta, you nigga, no my nigga. Hey, escuela, haciendo fresco lo que siento desde el alma. Nego, lo siento. Lo sé, señor, quizás hable sin sentido, pero al malvado hay que darle su merecido. Mira al diablo en que me ha convertido, pidiéndole consejos a un desconocido. My brother, como va, it's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Clean the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. My brother, como va, it's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Clean the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Represent, I know where you see the from president. Oh, gangsta shit, gangsta style, gangsta pure nigga, Kion in Selassie. I represent, soul, yes. My brother come over, he's a champion general flower. Listen, my reggae music is lower. Claim the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. My brother come over, he's a champion general flower. Listen, my reggae music is lower.